floor to the United Nations Watch.
Gracias.
Thank you. My name is Eligio Cedeno and I'm a citizen of Venezuela. Today I am a free man, but 3 years ago I was a political prisoner in Venezuela. I was sent to prison for having financially supported the political opposition in Venezuela. I was held for 2 years, 10 months and 3 days without trial. Following a recommendation by this organization, the United Nations, I was released by the Judge Maria Lourdes Afini. That very same day, the Judge Afini was imprisoned, and the following day, President Hugo Chavez appeared on television labeling her a bandit and gave orders to the Attorney General and the President of the Supreme Court to sentence her to the maximum penalty, 30 years in prison, and also boldly stated that if this event had taken place in another time, he would have had her up before a firing squad. Since that time, Afuni has spent 2 years and more than 6 months moving between prison and house arrest. Madam President, Venezuela is currently going through a serious human rights crisis. The independence of the judiciary is inexistent. Magistrates and judges publicly swear loyalty and submission to the president and garland him with plaudits in the very Supreme Court of Justice. The consequences of a politicized judiciary are much more serious due to the critical circumstances of Venezuelan prisons, which are amongst the most dangerous in the world. In judging whether Venezuela deserves to be a member of this council, I would ask you to bear in mind a fundamental point. Venezuela participates in trials in international courts. They table evidence, they defend their position and state their case. But when an unfavorable ruling in their judgment is delivered, they simply ignore it. This has occurred in various international bodies, including this very body, the United Nations. It would therefore be immoral to permit Venezuela to sit in this body if it doesn't commit to changing its ways. Madam President, I am only one victim and Judge Afuni is only one more, but we mustn't forget nonetheless that there are millions of Venezuelans who are victims of a government which does not respect the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It would be nonsensical to include the state of Venezuela if they are not prepared to abide by the standards and rulings of this committee. Thank you very much. Now, it has stooped so low as to employ terrorists and criminals who have fled Venezuelan justice to take up residence without consequence in the territory of the USA and invite them to this council to continue its campaign to smear the reputation of my country. Who can give credence to what has been stated by the North American government or its lackeys?